Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by Patreon supporter Luke. Huge thanks to Luke and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Luke reached out asking for an Akido deck. After some discussion, we decided on a fun direction to take the deck in, while staying true to the initial idea. Leading our deck are Kyranos and Tyrio of Meletis. With that knowledge, I'm sure some of you already know the direction this deck is going. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically, if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Kyranos and Tyrio of Meletis are a 4-mana, 2/8 legendary human soldier. At the beginning of our end step, we draw a card. Each player may put a land card from their hand onto the battlefield. Then, each opponent who didn't may draw a card. Kyranos and Tyrio of Meletis, colloquially known as the Gay Kings, are some of the best group hug commanders in the game. They help everyone ramp and draw cards. This will allow our opponent's deck to do the thing they were designed to do. Only when they point that deck at us, we will redirect it. After all, we're secretly an Akido deck. For those who don't know, Akido is a Japanese martial art that originated from the samurai. The idea behind it is, oh crap, I just lost my katana, I need to defend myself. I'll try to disarm my opponent with a wrist lock and a throw. This is one of the key principles in Aikido, using small, precise movements to manipulate your opponents. You are using their own weapons against them. Now, Aikido isn't as popular as Jiu-Jitsu. This is because Jiu-Jitsu is legal in MMA, while Aikido is not. Aikido relies on small joint manipulation, wrist locks, finger locks, etc., which are illegal in MMA. No, I'm not getting into a debate on it, just stating facts. Anyway, there's not a lot of Akido effects in Magic. But we do have a few of them in the deck, and I'm excited to tell you about them. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard is made famous by their boulders. Solid, reliable, and affordable deck boxes. Boulders are now available in solid colors, like this beautiful black one seen here. Find it if your local game store carries the new Ultimate Guard solid color boulders, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming over on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. For lands, to start, we've got Command Tower and Exotic Orchard. Both great lands that come into play untapped and can tap for just about any color we need. Next up are fetches. We're running all 10 of them. Flooded Strand, Arid Mesa, Polluted Delta, Verdant Catacombs, Wooded Foothills, Scalding Tarn, Marsh Flats, Bloodstained Mire, Windswept Heath, and Misty Rainforest. Fetches are some of the best lands in Magic, since they can help us color fix and put lands into play untapped. They can also find typed 2-color lands such as Stomping Ground, Temple Garden, Hallowed Fountain, Sacred Foundry, Breeding Pool, and Steam Vents. These are called shocks or shock lands, and while they're not as good as the original dual lands, they are much cheaper. I'd much rather spend $20 to $25 for a land than $500. Finally, we've got a good amount of basics. We're running 5 mountains, 8 forests, 2 plains, and 4 islands. A lot of group hug effects can help you put basics into play, so I wanted to make sure we had about 20 of them. Our mana ramp package is mostly group hug effects. We're running Tempt with Discovery, Heartbeat of Spring, Mana Flare, Zerta Ancient, Dictate of Karametra, Collective Voyage, Veteran Explorer, and Root Weaver Druid for those effects. We do also have a small Mana Rock package in Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Chromatic Lantern, Decanter of Endless Water, and Thought Vessel. Finally, for additional lands and color fixing, we've got Dryad of the Elysian Grove. A good mix of mana doublers, land ramp, and mana rocks. We've got almost exclusively group hug effects in our card advantage package, namely Rites of Flourishing, Howling Mine, Dictate of Kruphix, Quain Itinerant Meddler, Kami of the Crescent Moon, Selvala Explorer Returned, Minds Aglow, Glunch the Bestower, Folio of Fancies, Temple Bell, Heartwood Storyteller, Girapur Orrery, Horn of Greed, Humble Defector, The Council of Four, and Vision Skeins. We've also got Echo of Eons as a shuffle wheel. Gotta love graveyard hate that most players don't mind. We do have a small counterspell package in Arcane Denial, Dovin's Veto, and Commit Memory. Gotta make sure no one casts something inappropriate. But most of our interaction exchanges things for our opponent. A card like Oblation takes away an annoying permanent, but they get to draw 2 cards. We've also got Tempt with Mayhem, Swords to Plowshares, Chaos Warp, Path to Exile, Beast Within, and Generous Gift. I know, I killed your giant dragon, but at least you got an elephant in exchange. For board wipes, we've got Evacuation and Delayed Blast Fireball. One is a fair bounce spell, the other is a mean one-sided wipe. In Aikido, it is important to encourage our opponents to go somewhere else, which is why we've got Ghostly Prison, Propaganda, Windborne Muse, Sphere of Safety, and Solitary Confinement. But we also want to reward our opponents as well, which is why we have Master of Ceremonies, Braids, Conjurer Adept, and Forced Fruition. Gotta hug them all the time, even to the point of decking themselves. Our Aikido package consists of Comeuppance, Deflecting Palm, Narset's Reversal, Wild Ricochet, Return the Favor, Windshaper Planetar, and Take the Bait. Finally, to help close out games, we've got Xyrus the Riding Storm, Laboratory Maniac, Nexus of Fate, and Insurrection. Gotta end the game somehow. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 52 mana sources, split between 37 lands and 15 pieces of ramp, counting our commander. 18 pieces of card advantage, counting our commander. 10 pieces of interaction, 2 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Echo of Eons and Commit Memory, 1 sudden I win card in Insurrection. The point of this deck is to help our opponents find their win cons as quickly as possible, then steal them away. We're not a theft deck per se, but we're similar in nature. The advantage of a deck like this is that our deck mirrors the table in power. We have a solid mana base so we can keep up with the bracket 3 players, but we have no game changers so we can be played at a bracket 2 table. The reason we went with a group hug deck was because we wanted to lull our opponents into a false sense of security. Help them ramp, help them draw cards, but then suddenly redirect their big scary spell with a Narset's Reversal or Deflecting Palm. Always delightful when that happens. Do you have a group hug deck? How does your deck win the game? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Borgie, Conga, Robert Pye, Kazaris, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard Sint, Boomy, Osira, Justin, Golden Walker, Captain Hammer, Yori Sleech, and Zach, Mr. Salty, and Hua. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander decks every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.